Okay, so first off, I have four sword cards. So let's talk about those first, mainly because it is related to this person. Now, you're an earth sign, and I do feel an energy of an air sign coming in. You're an earth sign, and this is an air sign coming in very, very early on in the month. And the air sign could be an Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra, okay? It is next to the Lover's card and the Strength card, so it does indicate to me that a lot of you might be in a relationship with an air sign, might be contemplating jumping into, a union or a relationship. I do feel that it is also like a serious relationship. This is not like a fling that you're jumping into. So this is somebody that is either in your midst or somebody that you're thinking about jumping into a relationship with. In general, it is a little bit problematic because this person is rushing things a little too fast, okay? And being of a different element, I don't feel that you understand how impulsive this person is. So it's really important to like, I guess I almost feel like you should have a talk with them. You should try to figure out where they're coming from because the air energies indicative of all these swords, Seven of Swords, Six of Swords, and Eight of Swords. It just feels to me that they're in a dark place, or they were at least in a dark place. They've dealt with like infidelity, they've dealt with like a broken up relationship, and they've dealt with it's almost like they're jumping into another relationship rather than taking the time to mourn that past relationship, or they haven't properly mourned it and they're using another relationship as a distraction. I almost sense that with this energy, okay? And at the same time, I do feel that for female Capricorns, what I do feel is that you're going to be very well received this month. Like it's almost like people are clamoring to be in your presence, and you have a lot of options. You have a lot of people to choose from actually for this month. So if this person is not entirely like up to your caliber, and I hate saying that because we really shouldn't judge people, but I do feel that hold out for something a little bit better. If you're just like if you feel a little lonely and you just want to jump into any type of relationship, I would just advise you against that in general as a general rule on life. But I do feel that you are going to be very well received, and you have a lot of options. Okay, so don't settle is what I'm saying. But I don't feel this is a bad person. I feel that he or she is just a little impulsive. But aside from that, he or she has to deal with a lot of baggage that I don't feel that person is totally like over it yet. So getting into relationships might be a little problematic. They might want more from you. They might want more of a commitment from you, and you're kind of commitment shy at this point because there are a lot of things going on in your life at this point, and you don't really know if you can commit to it, and you don't really know if you want to with this person. Okay, so if that's what you're dealing with, I feel that it's important to be honest either way. But the way this is playing out, too, you have a lot on your plate, and I don't feel that you're going to be super busy like you were in January and February and March, especially like February. I don't feel that you're going to be that busy, but your mind is elsewhere. It's like the things that you're hoping for, you're taking care of loose ends in order to have everything solidify and cement and mesh together, okay? So you're not like handling a bunch of things. You're trying to like invest your time into this one big project that I feel is going to have like a lot of potential. So in general, you don't really have time for love. So that's the only thing. This person might want the love, the committed relationship, okay? And they're kind of pushy about it. So it's important to like clear the air, let them know where you're coming from because I do feel there is a mismatch in communication style. So you might not fully be fully aware of where it is that they're coming from and why they're pushing so hard for it. And if they're pushing so hard for it because in the past they didn't do that enough. So now they really want to they really want to like approach things in a different way, which is I feel like it's good for them. But if it's like causing you anxiety, then make sure that you straighten this out with them. If it's not an air sign, it could just be somebody who's a little bit impulsive, who's a little kind of like argumentative and very intelligent though, very articulate. So he or she knows exactly what they want, you know, and they are really like adamant and very vocal about getting you to commit. So I feel that, you know, you might be turning the other way and they might scare you off a little bit. But I do feel that their heart's in the right place. They are honest. Even though it's in the reverse position, I don't sense dishonesty. I do sense a little bit of impulsiveness, but this is not dishonesty here. Um, at the same time, okay, for those who are in like committed relationships, like who are in, you know, stable relationships, your partner might push you, you know, to like take it to the next step, like marriage, or, you know, or even if you're not at that point yet, it might be like meeting the folks, meeting the family, planning a vacation together, even, because I do see that there are some money issues here, and I do feel that there's some travel that other people are pushing you for. Either they're coming to see you, or they want you to come see them, or they want to take a big trip together, okay? And you're kind of like holding on tight to your money a little bit, so you're not really sure if this is something you want to invest in. And at the same time, you feel that financial security is going to be more beneficial for you. So then you're kind of delaying this opportunity, this offer, or, you know, this suggestion. You're kind of not sure about it. Okay, so I do feel that in general, traveling will be good for a lot of you. So do take the opportunity to do that, because you are in your head a little bit too much and you need to really get out there and get some fresh air. Okay. Um, so for those of you who recently got out of a relationship, okay, I do feel that for some reason you might have had to like relocate for a job that pays more, and then you had to like leave that relationship behind. Either that, or the other person had to like, you know, left you behind to pursue another career, which is really far, and you can't do that long distance relationship. That person could potentially come back this month, and I just want you to be a little bit careful about that. If that energy starts to resurface, be a little clear about what it is that you want from them long term. I mean, if they were willing to forsake the relationship before, I don't feel strongly that they're going to stay in this in the long run for you. So it's important to like keep that in mind as well when you choose who you get involved with. And so in general, what I do sense that is very important is for those who are thinking about dating, or even like thinking about pursuing a new work situation too, it has a lot of potential, okay? But it is going to require quite a bit of work from you, and I don't feel that you are totally aware of all the responsibilities that people are dumping on you, or they're going to dump on you. I don't feel that this is something that is going to be apparent until the end of the month, when you're realizing that you have so much to catch up on. And like I said, it's not like a bunch of little things, but it is one major big thing, and it is definitely worth it. So make sure people are clear with you about what it is that they want from you, what steps you have to take to prepare yourself, because I don't feel that you are directing your attention in the right direction. I feel like a lot of love distraction that might interfere with work, okay? And I know Capricorns in general are very level-headed and you don't lose yourself in relationships, but I do feel that the way this energy is coming in, this is like a very love relationship oriented type of spread. We have, you know, the lovers and the Ace of Cups here, and all these sword energy, and especially this card. I just feel that, you know, like your work is kind of like on the back burner. You're taking a breather and you're letting the other person into your life. And you're just like really enjoying your life this month. You're finally getting a breather. And then because you're getting the breather, instead of taking time off for yourself and not have to worry about other people and, you know, about like baggage, you are trying to sort out this potentially like toxic relationship, or you're trying to find like direction as to where this relationship, or how this relationship should proceed. And in the process, everything else is kind of like falling on the wayside, which is not a bad thing, because I don't feel like there's anything urgent, or there are, you know, hectic energies involved in this month. And so this is going to be a pretty relaxing month, but I do feel in general you are still waiting. With this project, it could also be, other relationships too, but what I'm sensing is a project. Um, Something that you actually have really high hopes for. You're still kept in the dark, and you're going to be kept in the dark until the very end of the month, and when everything just starts piling on, okay? So try to, as you go through the month, try to take care of things, day by day, so that you're not swamped, okay? Because I do feel that you're going to be kept in the dark until the very last minute, and then you're going to have to backtrack and like fix things, and then it just creates more work, and it's just like more redundancy, and especially more trouble than it's worth, okay? So just be careful about that. Um, so aside from that, I do feel that in general, May is going to be a good month for you, and it's not going to be hectic at all. The only thing I would say to watch out for is like be very careful with your spending the first 2 weeks, okay? I know that a lot of you might be contemplating like travel. There might be travel delays if you're thinking about travel, okay? So there might be unanticipated like expenses that you're not really that you didn't count on. So it is going to be require more ingenuity from your end in order to navigate like the financial issues. I don't feel it's going to be like very, very problematic. A lot of it is just, with the sword energies, there's only one Pentacles card. So with predominantly swords and cups, what I'm sensing it is communication. It is going to be like ideas, miscommunications, especially with this card. So there are going to be problems regarding like how you present yourself to others, how others are trying to reach out to you. There are a lot of communications this month from people from all walks of life, from all areas of your life. There are definitely going to be like a lot of quick energy, so it requires a little more like flexibility and a little more versatility on your end in order to um, assess what it is that is worth moving forward with. So you have like people coming in pretty quickly and pushing you forward. So it's like the energy is not hectic itself, but it's very kinetic, okay? And you handle that very well. So I don't feel that is going to be a problem. Yeah, so then aside from the energy, the kinetic energy, we have like the water energy, which is very stagnant. So it's kind of like air flowing in, like very swiftly, and you have all this like water energy, which is like your emotions, your feelings, and a lot of it is like very stagnant and it hasn't been addressed, okay? So if there are issues from the past, really try to get to the root of it and really try to get everything resolved so that you have peace of mind to really enjoy this month, because the month looks fine. If there are like if there are people that you are counting on, especially like an air sign, to follow through in some way, if there is like somebody that you're counting on, and they tell you they're going to have things done in a certain manner or in based on a certain deadline, really try to keep on top of them, like especially the first 2 weeks, to make sure that they follow through and that there are no surprises, okay? Because I do feel there are going to be miscommunications, especially with these two swords cards. So what it is like they say they're going to do something, and then they slack off, and then you have to like go back and fix it. So it's one of those situations, and it's not that you have to. I just feel that you're kind of fed up and you just want things to be done the right way, so you're going back to do it. But you don't have to do that, okay? Save yourself the trouble, remind them multiple times, and I do feel they are going to come through. Um, Let me see what else I've left out. Okay, so in general, just know that I do see the only problem is going to be like the end of this month, when everything starts piling on, and then you have to make adjustments, and the adjustment is like just extremely last minute. So that's the only problematic thing. So these two cards together just indicates to me that responsibilities are piling on, and you're trying to like you're trying to move a lot of things in a certain direction, okay? And you were kept in the dark for the majority of the month. and everything is starting to clear up, which is a good energy. But in the process of clearing up, you just have a lot more insights, and you have to like you know how to move things forward. So you're just like overextending yourself. Just be very careful about that, okay? Everything has a time and a place. There is a reason why this information is not coming to light until the end of the month, because things do happen for a reason, okay? So I feel that you should release yourself, and not of the obligation, but you should release the need to know, okay? So, for example, this is coming to light now rather than at the beginning of the month, because you're in a different point in your life by the end of this month where you can make a better decision for yourself, okay? So knowing beforehand is not going to help in any way, because there are other things that are still blocking like full knowledge of the situation. So even if you were to know it beginning of the month, you would stress yourself out even more, and then nothing will come out of it. So I just want you to be like, just be okay with going with the flow for this month, and just know that it's okay to lie stagnant, like that water analogy I was using earlier. It's kind of like be that water, okay? Stay calm, collected, despite everything that is rushing out all over, like around you. So just let people rush. Don't let them rush you. Don't let them affect you, because water has a lot more depth, okay? So let it, I guess, like let everything around you circulate, and eventually everybody will be heading in the same direction, okay? So as an earth sign, I know that air and water are very opposing elements from you. So it's important for you to like you're best off lying dormant. So, and not let those things affect you, okay? So just keep that in mind for this month, and just know that like out of the elements, you are the most stable, okay? And it is important for you to basically be still, and try not to make decisions, and especially rash decisions. I don't feel that's going to be a problem for you, but I just feel like I should reiterate. And for women in general, I do sense that, you know, you are going to be sought after too. Um, People find you very desirable, okay? So for women, for those who are looking to date again, or who are out dating, I do feel that it is important to be discriminate, especially. So, for example, I know I don't talk about this a lot, but if you are looking to like hook up with people, just be very discriminate, because when you know when the alcohol wears off, or when when you see them the next morning, you're not going to be completely pleased. So just just be a little careful. At the same time, if you're meeting somebody, okay, and they so for example, if you're just like physically attracted to them, it's important to like be honest with yourself why it is that you're attracted to them. Is it just, their physical appearance, or is it because they have a little more depth, okay? And I would suggest you aim for a little more emotional depth in your partners, or in your potential partners, because you're going to be a lot happier. Um, Physical appearance for all people, it can only go so far, but especially for you Capricorn. So it's important to aim for people who have a little more substance, even if it's just like a random hookup, because you do want, I just feel that, you don't want to like have regrets, okay? So just be careful about that. For men in general, um, if you are in relationships, don't be pushy. Don't be demanding or pushy. I do see this energy coming in for male Capricorns in general, okay? And it's important for men, male Capricorns as well. Be truthful with your partners, okay? I don't want you to end up in a situation in which you might be exposed for something. So keep that into perspective, and overall, the month looks fine. Take some time off to relax. A lot of you might need a vacation, so I do feel that travels, there might be delays, but it is a very good time for you to get all the paperwork in order, get everything done so that you're not stressed out, okay? And have like a very clear itinerary, and if you're traveling with other people, make sure they're where they're supposed to be, and make sure they're on top of their things, so that you're getting your paperwork in and they're not. So be very careful about that, okay?